Hello and welcome everyone back to In the Field with Redwood Ag. Throughout this semester, we're going to be talking about different topics in that, and all of which are going to involve some level of safety. Now, as you know, I really like to do my safety with you folks sort of up close and personal. I like to do my safety as we do the unit. For instance, I like doing oxyacetylene safety when we're doing the unit, so it's fresh in your mind. I also like doing that with every other type of safety. We will, though, be covering some safety principles while we're on distance. All right? All of these things, when we get back to face-to-face instruction in class, we will do some reiterating of the most important facts. But throughout this semester, not only we'll be talking about different aspects of the ag industry, but you might also be doing some home improvement projects around the house in that. And I want to stress again how important safety is in all aspects of agriculture. Okay? There'll be some videos on the basics of the welding industry coming out, and those will have elements of safety as well as elements of instruction. But I want you to keep some of the simple things in mind. First and foremost with safety, common sense all the time. Okay? Common sense is that ability to sit back and know your environment, know what's going on around you, and be aware. Okay? I've often heard it said in certain circles, they talk about different conditions you walk around in. Okay? Condition green is you're just sort of stumble bum around. Okay? Condition yellow is when you're calm, but you're very alert. And of course, condition red is in emergency situations when you are 100% adrenaline alert. Okay? Working in agriculture, working around shops, working around tools, you should always be in condition yellow, where you're calm and you can think, but at the same time you're very aware of your surroundings going around you. Okay? Other things that are very important, depending on what job you're doing at that time, it's very important to think about your PPE, your personal protective equipment. Now, right now in today's day and age, this is PPE. All right? And it is. Okay? But when we talk about safety in that, depending on the job you're doing, you might have different levels of PPE that you're wearing. If we're in the shop, we might be something more like this. But there's going to be equipment that needs to be worn as you're doing this kind of stuff. All right? If you're around the house and you're helping out with something, or you're doing a project at home, you're maintaining those hands-on skills while you're doing something, keep in mind of your surroundings, keep in mind of whatever PPE that you might need. Some additional safety that you might be thinking around the house, first of all, ladder safety. Okay? Be careful on the ladders. Don't get above the step that says you're not supposed to be above it. Have somebody steady the ladder. I was on a ladder the other day working on this TV right there, and it was amazing how unstable it was. Okay, I was low on the ladder, and this is flat ground. We want to be thinking about ladder safety. Around the house, you want to be thinking about electrical safety. All right, think about where the switch box is, the fuse box, and you can shut off certain power if you need to work on something. Really know that stuff. Don't guess. That's very important. Okay. Also around the house, it's really good to know where your power shutoff is, where your natural gas shutoff is, if you have one, and where your water shutoff is. Know those things. That's just good safety practices. When we do videos out at the farm or around heavy equipment, we'll talk about heavy equipment safety. We'll give you some ideas there. Once again, the biggest thing about heavy equipment, you have to realize that you're driving around in something very large that can do a lot of damage. Spatial awareness, knowing what's going on around you, becomes paramount when you're doing that stuff. The second thing, of course, is really understanding what the controls do in the operation of that kind of stuff. So we're going to be talking a lot about that, but I want you to start putting safety in the forefront. When we're working with livestock, safety is huge. One of the highest accident rates in agriculture is around animal agriculture. Anybody that's ever worked around beef cattle know that sometimes those old cows get grumpy and they'll roll you around in the dirt a little bit. So there's ways that we want to be safe when we're handling livestock and that kind of stuff. So we want to be careful with everything. As we announce and as we put lessons out there for different avenues of agriculture, we will talk safety along the way. But keep that in the forefront of what you're thinking as we go through this. This was just meant to be a quick intro video into general safety and the way we're going to approach it for the beginning of this year for full distance learning. Okay? Coming at you from In the Field with Redwood Ag. Thank you for being with us today, and we'll see you in class.